Good morning students. So let us start for today topic friend function. We all know in C++ we use classes and classes are used to support encapsulation. We combine both data and function in a case and that case is known as class. In that way we hide our data from the outside of the class. Any function or any other class cannot access the member function of a class. It's a way of supporting data hiding. But what if we want some function outside the class which is not the member of the class? Can or needs to access the private data of a class. So there is a facility known as friend function, and in a friend function can access the private or protected data of a class. Generally a function can't do so, but if we declare a function as the friend function of a class, that particular function can access the private and protected data of a class. So in C++, a friend function is a function that is not a member of class, of course, because member of class can access the data. So of course we are talking about a function that is not a member of class, but given the same access to private and protected data as member function of the class. But this particular function has all the access rights to the private and protected data as the member function of the class. This function can be defined anywhere in a program, like a normal C++ program. But how a class can know that this particular function is member function? Of course, we need to declare that function inside the class with the keyword friend. So we use keyword friend to make a function friend of a class inside the class. So we declare that function inside the class with a keyword friend, but it is not the member of the class. They are the function outside the class that can access and manipulate the data member of the class. If friend function is declared by the class that is granting access, the class that is granted access to its private data member, that has to declare a friend function. For accessing the data, the declaration of a friend function should be done inside the body of the class. It can be declared either in private or public part. There is no restriction on declaring a friend function in class. It can be declared in any portion. Now, keep this in your mind. Even if we declare a friend function inside the class, it is not the member function of the class. So even though the prototype for friend function appears in that class definition, friends are not member function, because by writing friend keyword we clearly mention that this function is a friend function, not a member function. As it is not a member function, it does not come in the scope of the class to which it has been declared as a friend. It cannot be called using the object, as it is not in the scope of the class. Because it is not the member function of the class, it cannot access the object, or we can't call it by using any object because it is not part of the class. It can be invoked like a normal function without using the object. They are useful when we want a function to operate on object of different classes. These functions are useful when we want to use the data of a class outside the class, and we don't want to make that function a member function of the class. And a special situation when a function needs to use the data of different classes, like he want to sum or he want to add data members of two different classes. In that case, we can declare that function as the friend of both the classes. A function can be friend with more than one classes. So then we can write that function outside of both the classes and make it friend of classes. Now friend should be used only for limited purpose. Remember, we should not use friend function frequently, because even if it gives access to the desired function only, even then it reduces the worth of encapsulation, because encapsulation says that our data should not be used outside of the class. That's why it is known as private. But by using friend mechanism, we give a function access to our private data, and he can manipulate on that data. So of course, somewhere it is against the concept of encapsulation in object-oriented programming approach. But remember, C++ is not a true OOPS language. Yes, C++ follows object-oriented programming approach, but it is not 100% object-oriented programming languages, because if it is so, it cannot use friend function. Like Java follows OOPS. So there is no friend class function in Java. So here we are talking about the functions which are defined outside the class and which are not the member of the class, but even then they can access the private data of the class, just because we declare them as friend function in the class definition. Now see the example. Here we have a class A and a class B, and we are using a function AB, which is friend of both the classes A and B. Now see, in the second line we are declaring class B. Then we are using class A and we are defining class A. Now here we have a private data integer x, and then public portion we are using a function A. A is a constructor, and this is used to set the value of x automatically. Now we define friend function AB, which has both the classes A and B included in it. Now we define class B. Here again we have private portion and we are defining another variable y, and then constructor B, and it sets the value of y. And here also we define the prototype of function A and B by using keyword friend. Now same function A and B is friend to both the classes A and B. And one thing more, see here we write class B before class A. Why we need to declare class B? We are defining it here, but even then we write it before class A, because when we use friend function inside class A, it should know that there is also a class B. So we declare class B here, and then we define class A, and after that we again define class B, and we made function AB as friend function of both the classes so that it can access data from both the classes. Now next is friend function AB, but see, here we need not to write friend keyword. Here we just define a function AB which is using two classes, or because class are used as data types. So this is A and this B, and we are using some data x1 of type A and y1 from type B, and it return data of both the function classes. So now we came to main function. Here we declare x1 and y1, two objects of type A and B respectively. Now these two objects x and y are passed to this function A and B, and this function A and B is using these objects, and by these objects it can use the data of these objects also. Now when we pass x and 1 into AB, we are actually providing access to the private data of x1 and y1, like x1 and y1. So in x1 we have a variable x which has value 10, and in y1 we have a variable y with value 15. So now when we call functions AB in the cout statement, you can see it is in cout statement we can call the function. So here we are calling the function AB in the cout statement with two objects x1 and xy. These x1 and xy are type of A and B, and they are passed this function AB. Now this function AB access x for x1 and y for y1, and then add these two numbers and return them. So this cout statement actually print the sum of x and y, and these x and y are actually the member of different classes. So function AB is able to access the data member of different classes and use them according to its need. So this can be achieved by defining A and B in both the classes A and B as friend function. So here we declare two classes A and B. We define a function AB which is friend with both the classes and can use private data of both the classes. The function AB is declared with friend keyword in both the classes. But remember, AB is not the part of any of the class. It is just the friend of the class. It is independent function. That's why we define it outside the class. We declare class B in the beginning. I have already explained why we declare class B in the beginning, because the friend function needs AB in its declaration. So when we have to define the prototype of AB, this line should know that there also exists a class B. The function definition does not use either the keyword friend or scope resolution operator. Now this is clear to you, because whenever we want to define a member function outside the class, we need to use scope resolution operator. But as AB is not the member of any of the class, we don't need to use scope resolution operator. So it is defined without any scope resolution operator. And here we don't use any keyword friend because it is just like any ordinary function, a function which is defined as a general function. So this is about friend function. And now we have another concept, friend class. Now sometime we need that function of a class can use data member of another class. This can be achieved by using friend classes. We can make the entire class as a friend of another class. In this situation, all the member function of class become friends of the friend class. Now, when we declare a class as the friend of another class, now this friend class can access all the member function of that class. It can access all the data of the class. Any member of the friend class can access the data of the that class. A friend class in C++ can access the private and protected member of the class in which it is declared as a friend. A class gives access to its own private part to another class by declaring that class as a friend function in the definition. You can see here we have a class A, and this class A makes class B as a friend. So we just need to write friend B. So here all the functions of B can have access to the private data of class A. A proper use of friend class increases encapsulation. A class cannot give itself access to another class private part. That would break encapsulation. Because a class cannot define itself as a friend class of another class. No. The class which is giving access can define any class as its friend. See, here class B cannot declare itself as the friend of A. It is in the class A we define friend B. So because access right of class A is given to B, but B cannot define itself as the friend of A. So it does not violate encapsulation because class A is permitting class B to use its data. Friendship is not mutual. If class A is friend of class B, then B does not become a friend of A automatically. Like you can see, we define class A and here we declare class B as friend of class A. But class A is not declared as a friend class in class B. So class B function can use the member function of a class A, but class A cannot use the private data of class B because this is not mutual. B can be friend of A, but that doesn't mean that A can access the data member of B because B does not take A as its friend class. A thinks B is my friend, but B does not think so. According to B, A is not his friend. So he is not permitting A to use its private data. or private function. So friendship is not mutual. If we want friendship mutual, then we have to declare in class B friend A. Now friendship is not inherited. I mean, if we define a derived class from a class, then friends class is not inherit. Friend is not portion of inheritance. That is, the derived class cannot access the data of friend class. In this way, it protects encapsulation. Now we can see example of two class A and B, and A has some data X and it has a constructor A and then class B. Class B has a function A x1 and we declare a friend B. So B can access the private member of class A. Now here this function can access A and it can access the data of A. It can print, it can manipulate, or it can use in desired way. Now next we can see void main A A1 and B B1. We are declaring A1 and B1 two objects of type class A and class B. Now B1, object of class B, can access object of class A and it can access the private data of A1. So a friend class function can access the private data of class A. So this is the concept of friend class and friend function. They are very useful whenever we need to share the data among classes, or when we need a particular function has some data which is part of a class, and this is done in a controlled way. That's why it does not goes against the OOPS. Although OOPS does not support such type of activities, but even then it does not you can say it does not use the data in his own way, but in a limited access to a particular function only. I mean, it does not provide to access to any function, but only a function which is declared as a friend. So we can give access right only to the desired function. So friend functions need to be defined inside the class. That's why we can control which function is using our data, and for that we use keyword friend. And these are not the member function. They can be invoked like normal function. They can be friend of more than one classes, and this can be used in situations where a function needs data from more than two classes, but because a member function can access only the data of its class, so a normal function can have access to both the classes and can manipulate the data according to requirement. And friend class, in case we want all the member function of a class to use data of another class. So we use friend class concept. It is more or less like friend functions. In friend function we are talking about a single function, and in friend class we are talking about the all the member function of a class. So it's very easy to use and understand. Thank you, students.